Okay, so I decided to do this video on the QNAP because I had a drive that went out. The machine shut the drive down, no longer recognizes the drive. Because I'm on a RAID 5, I can have a drive out and I'll still be okay. I'm waiting for the other drive to come in. So let me reach down here and pick up the drive. Take it out. I'm going to leave it out and I'll tell you why. I'm leaving it out because when I got to clean it up first, of course. When I originally took the drive out and I put it back in, well, the machine started rebuilding the drive again. It wasn't really good because once it rebuilt the drive and it found the errors again, then it gave me a hard time. So I just figured I'd show you that. You can see I have a status light blinking red. Obviously my LAN's working. You can see 3 green lights, meaning those 3 drives are working, but the first drive is the one that's out. So what I'm going to do is get a replacement drive probably by Friday. Hopefully it's by Friday. And then put that in and let it rebuild. And I'll show you a little bit more. So hold on a second. I'll be right back. I guess I'm back. I know time doesn't mean nothing on these videos because when I say I'm going to put a drive in Friday, what's Friday? Friday next December or Friday when? Anyway, it's supposed to come in this Friday, which is a couple of days from now. But I don't think it's going to happen because they're already saying it wasn't shipped yet. So I just hope this thing holds out. In the meanwhile, I do back it up twice a day, just in case this whole thing crashes. Always have a backup, even of your RAID. So what I wanted to get at was, I got these errors. It says the hard drive, say the HDD1 was disconnected. That means you just shut it off, okay? Don't know why, didn't understand it. I just figured it would mark the bad blocks and keep going, but I guess they don't. I've been running this particular RAID, this TS-453 Pro, for 6 years, no problems. Now the drive's a problem because it's a drive, but the machine itself never had a problem. But I won't mention that I got hit with a ransomware once because I'm not going to mention it. Okay? So as you can see, it shows my drive status right here. See? I got, basically I should have 4 6-terabyte drives, which makes 24 terabytes minus the one because you got a RAID. So I'm running 16 terabytes. This one's out. But all I really have to do when it gets back online, and I'll probably shut it down to make sure, put the new drive in and call it up. Then when I reboot the machine, it'll rebuild that drive. I don't have to shut the machine down and reboot it, but I just feel safer doing it that way because 6-year-old machine, it's doing great, but you never know. So I can show you here where, see the RAID group? When it starts rebuilding itself, I'm going to have it set on probably medium speed. That's because I'll be using it during certain times. When I go to bed, I'll slip it to high speed. It'll be done overnight. It takes about, if I had it on high speed, it would be like 6 hours. No, I'm sorry, take that back. It would be like 8 hours if I had it on high speed. And all this does is, if I had it on low speed, it'd be really hard to use this NAS because all the dedication would be to rebuilding the drive. Medium speed, it's not too bad, but not what I want. Okay? So, service versus low speed. Hey, I got to take that back. Service versus low speed, meaning I can get to do everything I want. And the higher you get for the speed, it dedicates itself more to the rebuilding of the drive. And I just wasted a whole minute because I had to say that all over again because I messed it up the first time. But that's okay. So what's going to happen is, when I get the new drive in, I'll go ahead and pop it in. We'll watch it start the rebuilding. And then that should be the end of it. Then we'll make another segment showing that it all works. And by that time, you'll be watching this because that's when I'm going to post it. Okay? Don't know how long it's going to take, which doesn't mean much to you guys because it's already now. Okay? So, see you in the next segment. Take care. Another thing I wanted to bring up about my TS-453 Pro was I didn't really know this. I didn't know this all the time I owned this drive. I was going to put 8 terabyte drives in it, up to 24. And realizing not even 2 weeks ago by checking the website, I could put 10 terabyte drives in the same box. Then I won't have to worry about losing space for a long time to come. And the prices on the drives that they recommend were not that bad. The Seagate or the Western Digital. Got to go through Amazon and all kinds of stuff to try to get it, but I think it's worth it. I can pull it in cheap enough. It's not bad. But over here, I just took these blocks. I took these blocks out of my, see this clock over here, dashboard? I took these pieces out of the dashboard just to show you that I got my warning array group 1, storage pool 1. It's degraded. Obviously, it's degraded because that drive is no good. Okay? And then here's my actual usage. 11.49 terabytes, 452 left. These are my the directories I haven't broken down in. So what we're going to do is, after we get this thing done, I think I'm going to go ahead and get some 10 terabyte drives. And we're going to do it one by one. There's a way to do it. You can tell it to take out the drive one by one, and you rebuild them one by one. When you rebuild them, there'll still be 6 terabytes. But then when you get all 4 of them in, there's a command you can use, and you'll reclaim all that space. But for right now, let's worry about our first problem. Let's get the new drive in, if it ever shows up. Okay, so I'm changing out the drives. Got my new drive today. It's the 12th of September. I vacuumed out the case. So there goes the old drive. Here comes the new drive. Easier done than said, of course. But that's it. So just hang while I finish screwing these in and we'll be all right. That's it. This is the new drive. This is 2, 3, and 4, the old drives. And I always make sure, just in case, see, number 4, number 3, number 2, and number 1. And if you wonder why I do that, I know exactly why I'm doing that. I'm not all that sharp. So let's go ahead and take care of the rest. All right, I got the drive in. I'm ready to insert it into the case. Let's go. Put the lock on it. I cleared all the errors. Let's take a look and see what's happening. Okay, if you look at drive 1 right here, looks like it notices there's a drive. Now, if you slide over to where my mouse is going, you see RAID 5 rebuilding. Okay, no percent, of course, because I have it on service first, low speed. And in a second, it might give us the time it's going to take. So hold on a sec. So here we go. We don't have to check 4, 3, and 2. Let's put this thing over on 1. Oh, look at that. I have a drive. And a little error came up. You've seen that. All right, it's rebuilding. So for right now, let's click on this one. All right. Resync speed 48.9 megabytes. That's okay. medium speed, goes a little faster. I'm gonna set, you see where it says like 25 hours and 19 minutes? That's the point I was getting at. If I had this thing on servers first, it'd be a lot longer than that. But right now, I'm gonna switch it. Let's go to medium speed and see what happens. I'll apply it. Now it's saying 23 hours, but that's going to change to something like 11 hours. I don't want to make this video last forever. But what I'm actually going to set it on to go with is high speed. Apply it. So we went down to 17 hours. This is going to also change to 6 to 8 hours, I'm hoping. But we'll check by the time down here. So there we go. I got 4 drives in. One's rebuilding. We're still orange up here. The tasks, running background task, regroup rebuilding. There we go. At 121. So the speed gets faster as you go to the different priorities. I got on high speed, 137.70 megabytes. So all we have to do now is wait for this thing to finish, and I'll come back then. I never did it this way. It's kind of cool. I done it and I walked away, but I never tried to make a video. So this is kind of cool. Now it's down. See, it's down to 10 hours. It might go up and it might go down. I'm really not sure because I just walk away. When I need to use the NAS, I'll change the priority so I can actually do what I got to do. Then I'll go back to the higher priority. So for right now, that's all I can do until this thing is finished. I don't know how long it's going to take, but I got a busy day. I'll be away from it. I don't have to use it. Let's see what happens, okay? Now I have nothing left to talk about, so let me stop the recording right here. Okay, here we go. Just dropping in for a quick progress, okay? Progress report. I'll probably be sleeping when this thing finishes because I have to speed it up to do what I have to do. So let me show you where it's at now. At 18:30 on the 13th of September. I guess I can clear a couple of errors. Log-on fails. I do that a lot. I have log-on fails because I know everything I'm doing. Nobody has to tell me. But what I'm going to do now is go to the storage pool. Right now, you see where it says we got 2 hours and 28 minutes left. I can click up here too. The running background task, because that's the same thing. But what I'm going to end up doing, if you guys can forgive me, at least for the next couple of hours, is go to servers first, low speed, because I need to use the NAS. So I might finish probably when I'm sleeping. So when I come back on next time, it'll be, this thing up here will be a nicer color. The RAID's going to look good. It's not going to say rebuilding. Everything's going to be cool. Anyway, there's so many things you can talk about with this QNAP. Ideas keep popping in my head, but I don't want to waste your time with it. So this is just a quick look, and I'll see you on the next segment, which should mean this is done. Take care. Okay, I got about a minute left for the rebuild. I'm just starting it now, but I'm gonna give it a pause and come back when it's on 0. Okay? Hold on. Okay, I hit 0, so let's see what happens. There's the box telling you it's 0. I mean, 0 minutes left. That could be 59 seconds, right? I'll go back to the storage area. Maybe I'll give it another pause so I don't have to waste your time. Hold on. One more pause. She's beeping. She's making noise. If you look on the bottom, it said rig group once completed. It says ready. If you look up on the top, the dashboard thing is regular colored now. See it? And I got everything back. All it took was time. I have no patience. So, hope you learned something from this video. If not, I hope you learned how to make a better video. Just don't do whatever I did. You guys take care, and I'm out of here.